Long ago, the land was in turmoil. The Ashen Empire was rising, and its influence spread far and wide. The Imperial family plotted to destroy the Citadel, where the Seraphim had traded their weapons for a life of prayer. In their dark laboratories, the evil Ashen forged a commander from one of their own, the Gatebreaker, whose sole aim was to bring down the cloister gates and lead their armies to victory. But the Citadel was protected by immense fortifications, and the Gatebreaker needed more power to destroy them. He sought two relics of power, artifacts said to hold limitless raw magical energy. He turned to the Grimmocs, horrid abominations created in the same laboratories. The Grimmoc warlord was ordered to find the artifacts using whatever means necessary. The warlord marched her troops towards the monolith forest, where one of the artifacts was rumored to lie buried. Oblivious to the growing turmoil, a group of adventurers were relaxing at a local tavern after their latest grand adventure.
Check out that table there. See anyone familiar?
Yeah, probably part of a mercenary group. You see a lot of them around these days.
Could be returning from the Battle of Rock.
The town is under attack! Run to the hills! Run for your lives!
All this carnage. Let's get out of here. We'll return to search through the ashes later. Bring the survivors. If they know anything, tickle them until they talk.
Great suggestion, Mama.
You look tougher than the rest. I bet you burn too, though. Are you all right? Ah, you look shocked.
He's no trouble. Look, I'll keep him in the cage. He's really very calm.
Retreat! Back to the fort! The old crow will help us! Oh, great, Warlord! We have found the artifact, but there is a slight problem.
Finally. Where is it? Or is it just really, really small?
No, some associates found it in a forest, but they also found...
I don't have time for your blabbering. Take me there at once. At last, the artifact is mine.
Lord, about that thing I mentioned earlier.
What? You're ruining my moment. Listen, you hold him off and I'll go get you a coffin. I mean, some reinforcements.
With the artifact in her possession, the Grimmoc warlord headed back to her base in the old ship graveyard. This eerie place was said to be the home of terrifying swamp creatures and the ghosts of drowned sailors. There, a shadowy figure impatiently awaited the warlord.
You! Leave this swamp or suffer greatly. I have some nasty surprises in store for you. Arise, my dead warriors! Go forth! Bring me more dead bodies to save you.
I brought you a present, my little dumpling. this lovely artifact.
I'm flattered. Where is the other one?
You will have it soon. We march to the wilderness in 2 days.
The Ashen do not wait. Clearly this task is beyond your abilities.
My abilities? Do you realize how many of my children have died for your silly toy?
My point exactly.
Awaken! Awaken from your eternal interment!
Mama, the South Garrison's been destroyed.
Destroyed? Who did it? How many were there?
I don't know. You never taught us how to count, Mama.
Fool! Bring me whoever is responsible for this. Some broiling is in order. Ha! One does not simply carve a path of death and destruction into my camp. You have been very naughty. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You invade my beautiful land and vandalize my camp. You should be ashamed. I will fry you like bacon for this.
How pathetic. Say, you seem capable with your weapons. I have an offer for you. I am but a humble merchant and a collector of rare artifacts. I paid that incompetent Grimmoc to bring me 2 specific artifacts, but the fool only brought me 1. Find the second, deliver it to me, and I will pay you more than you could ever dream of.
The mysterious merchant claimed that the second artifact could be found at the top of a great tower in the untamed plateau to the north. This was a place most sane people would not travel to willingly. To make matters worse, the artifact was said to be guarded by a terrifying monster that was feared and worshipped by the savage inhabitants of the land. It was a dangerous mission, but the adventurers had faced death before. Driven by the promise of great riches, they accepted the mission and headed off into the wilderness.
Right, Queen! Please accept this humble sacrifice and refrain from eating the rest of us.
Worthless creature! This is the 3rd time this week! Trying to run away, are you? Nobody makes a fool out of me! Attack, my dearies!
Let the blood of this sacrifice keep the gates to our world open. The portal is open. Bring in reinforcements. Protect the Queen.
You can't go near the Queen's tower! Only the High Priests are allowed to enter!
Your Queen has something our Mama wants. Out of our way!
Hold the tower! If the Queen is disturbed, she will eat us all!
Where is the artifact? At long last.
The energy burns like the sun. I am born again. Now, we will crush the Seraphim. They will feel the metal soul of the Empire's boot. Assemble the armies! We march toward the Seraphim Mountains!
Yes, my dumpling. Sir.
Having absorbed the artifacts and gained their power, the Gatebreaker led an army toward the Citadel in the Seraphim Mountains. The Seraphim, who had long since abandoned their warrior ways, did not expect a full assault on their Citadel, and were caught unprepared. It was not long before Sister Telari, leader of the Citadel, heard the dire news. The adventurers, realizing their rather predictable mistake, decided to pursue the army and put an end to the Gatebreaker's plans.
Sister Telari, a large army. Seraphim, an age has passed since we last gripped our weapons. Alas, everything is at stake now. Unsheathe your blades. Protect the Citadel. Puny Seraphim have been defeated. Let me level this place, pretty please.
No! My time is running out, and your incompetence has already cost me. I will do it myself. It's time to do.
This looks valuable. I should at least pick up a little souvenir while I'm here.
You are too late. This is the end of the Citadel and the Seraphim. Those who oppose the Empire must be destroyed. Kneel before me.
We are forever grateful for your help. The Seraphim gave up their fighting ways long ago for a life of study and prayer. Alas, it has cost us dearly. I have failed in protecting the Citadel. Too many of us have died today. For this, I cannot remain leader of the Seraphim. I will live in solitude and seek redemption. Many things will soon come to pass. The threat will grow, and the many scattered peoples of Ancaria will need to band together if they hope to save their homelands. You have prevailed against all odds today. May you do so when the storm is upon us. May the gods watch over you. Farewell.
With the Citadel in ruins, Sister Telari left the Seraphim Mountains for the unknown wilderness. But the Ashen Empire's assault was not the end of the Seraphim, who took up their weapons once more to resume their role as sworn protectors of the land. The adventurers were rewarded for their deeds, and their renown quickly spread across all corners of Ancaria. Though they did not know it yet, they would go on to play an important part in the battle between the Empire and the quickly growing resistance. But one thing was certain. As long as there was plenty of brawling and gold to be had, they would be satisfied.